Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 35 of Be With Me, 7 Minutes of Biblical Wonder. We are halfway through a story of James and John, a couple of knuckleheads who asked to sit at Jesus' right hand and left hand when he comes into his glory. And then he sort of nails them yesterday and talks about the hard cup, the troubling cup that Jesus drinks, as well as that they would need to drink. So he kind of silences that argument and sobers everybody up in a big hurry. So then he talks about, he corrects the whole thing about what is leadership. What does Christian authority look like? And let's find out here. And Jesus called them to him and said to them, "You know that those who are considered rulers of the Gentiles," so this is from Mark chapter 10, verse 42, "those who are considered the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. But it shall not be so among you. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant," your bondservant, doulos. "And whoever might be first among you must be doulos of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." So we're talking today about leadership, about Christian authority, about what it really means to be a servant in a leader in the body of Christ. So there's a bad example given first, and that's the secular rulers, and he even kind of slams and said those who are considered rulers, and how they do bad example, they lord it over, and they exercise this authority, and it's kind of misused in violation, and it's wrong. And then Jesus drops the spiritual bomb that whoever would be great among you must be your servant. And I think part of the thing that hit me today was the ambition, if you will, or the eagerness is not condemned at all. Like, it is a good thing to want to be a good Christian. It is a good thing to want to be a good person in the body of Christ or in the church. So the ambition is not modified. It's good to have the ambition, but then the how of it is service, not leadership. But whoever would be first among you must be the doulos of all, the bondservant of all. So I think we need to go back to where this all starts, and that's in Deuteronomy. This is from Deuteronomy chapter 15, and this talks about Israel's cure for poverty. So if your brother, a Hebrew man or Hebrew woman, or sometimes even a whole family, is sold to you to get out of debt, to cure their poverty, he shall serve you six years. So there's a limit on it. And in the 7th year, you shall let him go free from you. So the Bible doesn't condone slavery. It actually fixes slavery. And when you let him go free from you, you shall not let him go empty-handed. You shall furnish him liberally out of your flock, out of your threshing floor, out of your winepress. As the Lord has blessed you, you shall give to him. And why? Verse 15. "You shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you. Therefore, I command you this today. But if he says to you, 'I will not go out from you,'" so this is the servant saying, "Hey, I want to stay with you. I love this relationship I have with you, and I choose to serve you forever." Verse 16, "But if he says to you, 'I will not go out from you,' because he loves you and your household, since he is well off with you, then you shall take an awl, put it through his ear into the door, and he shall be your slave forever. And your female slave you shall do the same." So in here, other than the general condemnation of slavery, the fixing poverty, the provision, the soberness of we were aliens too, so be careful how you treat other people. So the remembering, this long-term servant, slave, bondservant person chooses to be with his master and has a long-term relationship and does it out of freedom and then commits himself to it. So I think that applies and reflects on our passage today, where but it shall, so I'm reading from back to Mark now, but it shall not be among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant, the guy that serves tables. And whoever would be first among you must be slave of all. So I think we have a good example here of asking this particular question. Who do you have authority over, and how can you serve them? So think of your jurisdiction today. And then the other final question I have is, who might you choose to serve today? So let's not be a bad example and misuse and violate and do authority wrongly. I think we should choose to serve, and that's how God has arranged his kingdom. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you, along with me, think about who you might serve this day? Great to be with you. I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to look at what ransoming is. See you then.